My mother refuses to let anyone take my measurements. I just found out the horrifying reason why. I always thought she was just weird about it. Some moms are weird about food, some are weird about boys. Mine was weird about measuring tapes. It started before I could even remember. My aunt told me once that when I was a baby, the pediatrician tried to measure my length for the growth chart. Standard stuff. Every baby gets measured. But my mom freaked out, grabbed me off the table, told the doctor she would handle it herself at home and report the numbers. The doctor thought she was crazy. She probably was. But she was also my mom and I loved her. Growing up, the rules were simple. No one measures you. Ever. Not your height, not your waist, not your arms or legs or head. Nothing. If a teacher needed measurements for a project, my mom would send a note excusing me. If a coach needed them for uniforms, she would estimate and order a size up. If a friend's mom offered to measure me for a Halloween costume, my mom would make an excuse and take me home. When I was 7, I asked her why. She knelt down and looked me in the eyes. Some things about you need to stay unknown, she said. Even to you. Especially to you. I didn't understand. But I was 7. I didn't understand most things adults said. I just accepted it and moved on. Middle school was harder. We had a health unit where everyone got measured for BMI calculations. I brought my mom's note. The gym teacher, Mr. Ward, didn't like it. He said I was being difficult. Said my mom was being ridiculous. He tried to measure me anyway while I was distracted talking to a friend. Just came up behind me with a tape measure. My mom must have had some kind of sixth sense. Her car pulled into the school parking lot 4 minutes later. I don't know how she knew. Maybe the school called her. Maybe she just felt it. She stormed into the gymnasium and screamed at Mr. Ward until he backed off. I'd never seen her that angry, that scared. We moved to a different school district the next month. High school I learned to handle it myself. I told people I had a weird skin condition that made tape measures irritate me. Stupid lie, but people bought it. Prom was tricky. All my friends went to get fitted for dresses together. I said I already had mine. Bought something off the rack that sort of fit. Looked bad in photos, but at least no one tried to wrap a tape around my waist. College I thought I was free. Moved 3 states away. My mom called every week, but she couldn't control my life anymore. I was an adult. I could do what I wanted. So when my roommate Jenna suggested we get measured for bridesmaid dresses for her sister's wedding, I said sure, why not? It was just measurements. I'd spent 18 years avoiding something completely harmless because my mom had some kind of phobia. Time to be normal. We went to a bridal shop downtown. Nice place. Big mirrors and champagne for customers. A woman named Deb took us to the back room with the little pedestal you stand on. Jenna went first. Arms out. Tape around the bust, waist, hips, shoulders. Took 2 minutes. My turn. I stepped onto the pedestal. Deb smiled and stretched out her tape measure. I felt a little nervous but told myself it was nothing. Just numbers. She wrapped the tape around my chest first. Pulled it snug. Looked at the number. Then she stopped. Her smile faded. She looked at the tape again. Adjusted it. Measured a second time. Then a third. Is something wrong? I asked. She didn't answer. Just moved to my waist. Same thing. Measure, pause, frown, measure again. She was pale now. Her hands were shaking slightly. By the time she got to my hips, she wouldn't look me in the eye. She wrote the numbers down on her notepad, but she held it so I couldn't see. I need to make a call, she said. Deb came back with the shop owner. They both looked at me like I was a math problem they couldn't solve. Your measurements don't add up, the owner said carefully. They're not possible. Not for a human body. She handed me a business card for another shop and escorted us out. That night I bought a tape measure. Stood in front of the mirror. The numbers made no sense. My waist was smaller than my wrist. My arm span was 4 feet longer than my height. I called my mom at 2 a.m. She answered on the first ring like she'd been waiting. You let someone measure you, she said. It wasn't a question. She took a deep breath. You weren't born. You were made. Your father and I couldn't have children. Someone told us about a woman who lived in the woods past Miller Creek. She did rituals. Took pieces of things that shouldn't go together and put them together anyway. Shaped you out of nothing. Or maybe out of everything. When she handed you to me, you looked perfect. But she warned me. She said as long as no one measured you, as long as the numbers stayed unknown, you'd hold together fine. But if anyone ever pinned down what you were, you'd start to unravel, like a sweater, thread by thread. I looked at my reflection. Same face. But now I could see it. At the edges. A slight blur. A looseness. Like a photograph going out of focus. It's been 3 months. Last week I reached for a coffee cup and my arm went too far. Like it was longer than it should have been. Just for a second. Then it snapped back. My mom says if I never think about the numbers, I might stabilize. She says belief matters. That I exist because someone believed I could. So I don't question. I don't measure. I don't look. I just believe as hard as I can.